What is the Schomburg Center? To me, it is home. The place where we come to see who we really are, not just somebody else's reflection of who we are.
The Schomburg Center is a place of culture. It's a place of history. It's a place of knowledge.
The Schomburg Center, to me, is a repository of all of the things that has documented our sense of worth as a people.
For me, that means that it is a place of immense power.
The Schomburg Center is a public research library and a cultural institution.
For the study of the Pan-African world.
It is perhaps the best in the world.
My Schomburg Center is Arturo Alfonso Schomburg.
Arturo Schomburg said, Black history and culture and intellect exists at a time when most people didn't believe that. He collected those evidences, and that became the beginning of the collection.
And it has expanded and has grown to where it is now a world-class institution.
It holds over 10 million items.
There's no parallel anywhere that brings to light what we as people of color have done, what we continue to do.
Black culture is all of culture. The universals that animate everyone's life happen here for all people.
The Schomburg, for me, is one of the center pillars of Harlem. When I started the journey of finding out about Red Rooster and Harlem, the very first place I went to was the Schomburg.
Researchers from around the world come and use what we have here.
I could not have written just about any of the books that I've written without the Schomburg Center's archives, resources.
The Schomburg Center is much more than a library. We encourage lifelong learning and exploration.
The Junior Scholars Program is a Saturday program with students from 5th grade to senior year in high school to help them learn about Black history and culture.
Learning about my history is important because it teaches me who I am.
The Schomburg Junior Scholars Program is going to do nothing but uplift them.
So many talented and brilliant people have walked the corridors of this amazing institution over the years. From Octavia Butler to Toni Morrison and James Baldwin, Ella Fitzgerald, Alvin Ailey, and Harry Belafonte, who graced the stage in this room of the American Negro Theater.
This place evokes great memories. It was a gift to us in our community to really try to find that space to reflect expressions of Black experience. I just knew that the environment and what I saw these young African Americans doing was a place I needed to be.
What is my Schomburg Center? I'm standing here at the Cosmogram, which underneath holds the ashes of the poet Langston Hughes. On the evening when this Cosmogram was dedicated, people began to empty out of the auditorium. A jazz trio struck up, and to my amazement, Amira Baraka went over and asked Maya Angelou for a dance. And they started to dance on top of the Cosmogram, on top of the ashes of Langston Hughes, and I felt what a fitting way to kiss the memory of Langston.
The Schomburg Center is a research institute and a library, but it's so much more than that.
There's something going on every day.
So many amazing people come here to talk about their creative craft, to share what inspires them. The Schomburg Center's collections help to tell stories even beyond our walls.
The Schomburg Center is here in this exhibition at MoMA, One-Way Ticket, Jacob Lawrence's Migration Series. We depend on the resources of the Schomburg to enable us to tell this story. Thinking about the implications of the past on the present is absolutely crucial for understanding the next steps, understanding what we have to do to go forward.
We today have the responsibility of making sure that new artists and activists, new scholars and poets know that this place continues to be a resource and a source of inspiration for the work that we must continue to do.
The Schomburg Center is knowledge.
The Schomburg Center, to me, is education.
The Schomburg Center is home, it is family, it is foundational.
The Schomburg Center is inspiration.
The Schomburg is with me in everything that I do.
Community, inside and out.
The Schomburg Center is us.
The Schomburg Center is you, and we invite each and every one of you to find your Schomburg Center.
big-breasted beauty. Your femininity hangs on the tree of your chest like it's ripe for the picking. Plump enough to press lips onto and to sink teeth into, follows the line of your body as it dips down in curvature. You're beautiful, you know. I know. Have been reminded of it since the day my femininity was still bud on my chest at the age of 12. No 11, no 10, painted my body as fruit of temptation, as men bit at me from street corners, took teeth to the skin of my fruit and ripped until my insides were bare, vulnerable. The day I realize I'm grown is the day the men I grew up with start to find me attractive. When the super looks at me for too long, fidgets with his toolbox like I'm nothing but another pipe to screw, and the men that play dominoes on the street corners, they slam their hands down extra hard when I pass by, and the guy that drives around my block all the time slows in his vehicle, offers me something else to ride. I scream back to fuck off. He tells me to shut my fat ass up, and I break down when I get home. Like even if violent, these words are what water me. Like even in a beating, I still seek validation in their fists, and in this moment, I am Eve. I am both the temptation and the naive, both the fruit and the one dumb enough to have bitten it like it's my fault, like I asked for it, when serpents slur steadily into my ears and I succumb. Not quite sure what I'm agreeing to, but I guess I still agreed though. A crop top and booty shorts is anything but appropriate at 90 degrees, and I feel shame creep up my spine in punishment for a body that I did not choose. For a sin that I was coerced into, like I should have kept walking, ignored the reaching hisses of tongue and teeth. Clawed kisses are still compliments after all, even if they take flesh with them. Like 7 years ago, I should have recognized that this is something to be proud of. Should have remembered that when God chose Mary, she was presumed to be only 13. And her femininity was still seed, and her roots not yet stable, a reaping of a body not yet fully formed, a feasting on a life that's barely begun. Like this is why we're supposed to stay simple, without knowledge or maturity, because we're at our sweetest when young. Sweet enough to be a meal, to feed every too old man, every father with a daughter my age, every husband with a wandering gaze, every old head who's forgotten what young pussy feels like. Serve them a dish of me. Give them seconds and thirds and fourths and fifths. Give them my bones to use as toothpicks and watch them laugh on full bellies. Make my blood holy enough to be their wine, but make sure they feel godly. Make me sacrificial. Make me a lamb. Make me Mary, make me innocent, make me divine, make me filling, bloating, nauseating, make me their last supper, and watch them choke on the skin of a fruit still half grown.
Hey, y'all, make some more noise one more time for Jennifer Martinez. Yo, as y'all are clapping and giving all that love, Jennifer is a member and actually our captain of the 2022-2023 SLAM team. So it's always our tradition to start off with the SLAM team from the previous year and just let y'all know what y'all are about to get into this year. So my name is Drew Drake. I am the poet in residence here at Urban Word NYC. I appreciate y'all. Now, this is a poetry slam, all right? And this is going to be in a moment where we're going to invite all of us to give all the energy, all the love to all of these 9 poets who are slamming this evening, all right? Now, it's an Urban Word celebration. Now, we got to have energy. So I got to ask, if you're feeling good, can I hear you say, yeah, yeah? I said, if you're feeling good, let me hear you say, yeah, yeah. All right. We're going to need that energy and all the energy tonight. So can I do a little borough check? Can I make some noise? I want you to make some noise. Is Brooklyn in the house this evening? Okay. That was cute. What about is the Bronx in the house tonight? Let's go. Come on, BX all day. Okay. It's Queens. It's Queens in the house tonight. Okay, I heard about 4, y'all. That's cool. All right. I know it was a lot. 4 strong, though. 4 strong. Hold it down. You know what I mean? All right, we here in Harlem. Is Harlem in the building right here? Okay. Come on. We got to say this as a whole. Is Manhattan in the building? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Hold it down for Manhattan. Okay, all right. Here's the last one. Shh. Okay, I want y'all to listen a little closely. Is Staten Island here? They do count, okay? I just wanted to know if somebody from Staten came through because, it's a journey. You got to do a lot of things. All right, cool. Well, it is an urban word tradition that we start off with a musical act or an artistic expression. So this artist that is sharing today is this artist named Amari Simone. Amari Simone right here. Y'all can make some more noise for Amari Simone right here. All right, and Amari is so dope, I gotta share their bio. So Amari Simone is a singer-songwriter who has the unique ability to create song about almost anything. With a BA in musical business, management, and entrepreneurship, and a recent graduate of the One School US, Amari is currently a copyright and a junior creative at Spotify. A junior creative at Spotify. Okay, they out here now. All while working on their 4th EP to be announced in the winter of 2024, all right? If you want to stay tuned with Amari, feel free to follow them on all social medias at Amari, A-M-A-R-E, Simone, S-Y-M-O-N-E. Y'all, can y'all start clapping your hands for all the love for Amari?
When I say urban, y'all say word. Urban. So I'm technically an urban word kid, and I'm just super proud to be here sharing space with y'all. So this song, how many of y'all have had a dream and you were like, I'm gonna give up. Like, everything in me I didn't put into this and it's not working. Like, raise your hand. Yeah? Okay, so this song is for you. I like to think that Aaliyah would have, thought about this, in terms of this, like going after your dream and just doing the thing, so. Ooh. What would you do to get to me? What would you say to have your way? Would you give up? I'll try again. Would you play your role? I'll let yourself go. Tell your people about the thing. Would you just say I'm not you in? If I say no, would you turn away? If I would play me, or would you stay? Oh, search yourself, succeed. Dust yourself off and try again. You could dust it off and try again, sing. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Dust yourself off and wait. Okay, I'm into you, yeah, into me. Can't say that no so easily. Not till I see what this could be. Could be a week or eternity, but our chemistry is off the chain. It's perfect now, but will it change? This ain't a yes, this ain't a no. Just do your thing, let's see how it goes. And let's see. Dust yourself off and try again. You could dust yourself and try again. Oh, dust your toe to see. Dust yourself off and try again. Dust yourself off and try again. And again, first you don't succeed. Y'all better sing with me, come on now. Dust yourself off and try again. You could dust it off and try again, try again. First you don't succeed. You could dust it off and try again. Dust yourself off and try again, try again, try again. Try again. Try again. Try again. Ooh. Thank you for letting me sing for y'all. It's been a while. Y'all let me get on behind the stage. I'm like I'm a singer. But yeah, so one, I want to say shout out to Smiley. Smiley's up here rocking with me. Shout out to the Urban Word team. Shout out to Chanel for asking me to just, be here and share space with y'all. This next song is my last song, and it's called New Dawn. When I was moving to London, I was like, yo, this is a new thing. Like, how do you open your eyes to this new journey and not be fearful? How do you not let fear stand in your heart and stand in your dreams? So we're going to get into this to remind you, all the poets taking stage, open your eyes. There's always newness, and yeah. Open your eyes, remove the debris from the corner. Open your eyes, remove the debris from the corner. To see, open your eyes, open your eyes, open your eyes, open your eyes, open your My name is Amari Simone. This is Smiley. Thank you, Urban Word. Thank you, Chanel.
Hey, y'all can do that better than that. Make some more noise one more time for Mari Simone and Smiles. Right here, yo. Powerful, powerful right here. My goodness, my goodness. All right. If you having a good time, let me hear you say yeah. All right, that sounds a little bit better right there. So the next person that you're going to hear is our host for this evening. Yo, this host that y'all got coming up for y'all ain't ready for him. His name is Elliot Bless. Elliot Bless is a Bronx-based rapper, songwriter, and producer from Queens, all right? Bless began his musical journey playing trumpet, which peaked with a performance of jazz and classical instrumentation at the world-renowned Carnegie Hall. Yo, okay, I see you, Elliot. All right, post-trumpet, he continued to find passion in music through spoken word poetry and rap while attending boarding school and college in Pennsylvania. As a recording artist, yo, Bless is headlined in the legendary SOBs here in New York City and opened up for the following acts, such as Lil Baby. Oh, y'all can make more noise than that. Okay, all right. Lupe Fiasco, Queen Herbie, and so many more. I need y'all to start clapping your hands for none other than Elliot Bless.
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing tonight? Good. Appreciate y'all. Before we get started, I want to do another temperature check. So when I say grand, y'all say slam with a little bit of bass, all right? Grand. Slam. Grand. Slam. I love it. Y'all are ready. Before, when everybody came in, it was a little, kind of tense a little bit. I wasn't sure if everybody was comfortable with clapping, making thunderous noise for these incredible artists that we have tonight. But one thing that I have to say is, if you feel something that these artists are saying, let them know that you feel it, please. As a performer, I know what it's like to be up here in front of these lights, and you just want to know that what you're doing is being heartfelt, because a lot of these artists are performing things directly from their hearts, and we're seeing some of the most vulnerable pieces of them, all right? So, welcome. Welcome to, I appreciate y'all, yes, sir. So, welcome to the 24th annual NYC Teen Poetry Grand Slam. Make some noise again. I like a lot of claps. So every year, Urban Word selects the 5 youth poets who will represent NYC at the Brave New Voices International Youth Poetry Festival and Competition, and who will gain the opportunity to perform in venues and stages across the city and the world. This year, they will be winning a free trip to the sunny San Francisco, California to compete. Make some noise for that. I love SF. Listen, if any of y'all have been to San Francisco, it's incredible. It's a lot like the city, not as clean, but it's one of the world famous places for an artist. So if y'all have an opportunity, go check some stuff out there. Now, regardless of who wins, I know a lot of you are here to see family, friends. Regardless of who wins, we are excited to hear the amazing things that these artists are going to share. I have had the opportunity to meet them earlier tonight, and let me tell you something, they are special. And as a native New Yorker, I don't often say everybody is special. So if I say that they are truly special, they have a lot to share with y'all. All right. How many of y'all have been to a poetry slam before? Okay, some first timers. Let me just give you a background to set up what the slam is and kind of the ambiance. First off, get comfortable, okay? You can kick your shoes off, again, snap, clap, all that stuff, but this is gonna be your living room for the next 2 hours, all right? So, a poetry slam is an event where poets share their work, and as I said before, some of these are the most vulnerable, closest pieces to them. And we cheer them on, we celebrate them, and we let them know how important the words that they're saying are. But still, there are judges sitting over in this corner. We have lovely judges who are going to be giving them scores. And so as they're continuing their pieces, the scores are ultimately going to select the winners tonight. They're all winners in their own right, but we do have to select a winner at the end of the evening, all right? So now I'm going to take this opportunity to introduce our 5 acclaimed judges for this evening. A lot of these bios are incredible, so I will try and pace myself through them, but again, beautiful. Dr. Malcolm A. Punter is the president and CEO of Harlem Congregations for Community Improvement Incorporated, an organization that focuses on strategic community and economic development and social services in the Bradhurst area of Central Harlem, right here at the home base, y'all. Malcolm Punter holds a doctorate in education specializing in executive leadership with an emphasis on social justice. That's not his only degree. A master's in law, an MBA in management, and a BS in behavioral science. The doctor, yes sir, the doctor. Dr. Punter also serves as an advisor to churches, mosques, and other faith-based organizations on the development of their real estate assets to prevent, and this is important, to prevent predatory investors from taking advantage of their inexperience in the process. Incredible. Make some noise again for Dr. Malcolm A. Punter. All right. Moving on. Christina G.C. Make some noise for Christina. Nice to see you again. Christina G.C. is a Latinx deviser, designer, and writer. An alum of Urban Word. As a youth poet, her work migrated from the Apollo to Paris, France. From 2011 to 2014, she crafted 2, not 1, but 2 off-Broadway one-woman shows through Urban Word's Journal to Journey, which just returned this year. We might have some more information about that as well, but just returned this year. Make some noise for that. Let's see, should I? Yes. Now in 2016, Christina completed her first chapbook, The Comfort House, which flourished into her Big Girl Sad manuscript. After completing her master's in educational theater, Christina revamped her artistry to reflect the importance of mental health and positive body imagery. Whew. At 28, her passion for stagecraft and design remains rooted in storytelling that brings the elements to life. With a love for young people, she returned to Urban Word and currently serves as a mentor. Please make some noise for Christina G.C., y'all. Appreciate y'all. Next, we have Luther D. Eisler, poetically known as the artist Anubis. Yeah. A spoken word artist, cultural curator, and community cultivator, telling personal yet universal stories and creating space. This is important. Creating space for others to do the same, like this space that we have here tonight. In 2012, Anubis founded the Harlem Bomb Shelter, spoken word, open mic, and showcase, again in Harlem, the hometown, in Harlem, NYC. Through the Harlem Bomb Shelter, the artist Anubis has been able to provide a stage for amateur and professional performers and a safe space for people to express their human experiences. You can learn more about that program at the Harlem Bomb Shelter on Instagram. So go check that out, y'all. All right. We have 2 more amazing judges. I appreciate y'all for bearing with me. But next we have Adrian A.D. O'Dot. I'm biased, but a Bronx-born MC. I love the Bronx, so we got to give it up for the hometown homie. Bronx-based MC, his work pays homage to the early MCs who used their voices to move the crowd, as he spent the last 10+ years working as a comedian, event host, and master of ceremonies. AD has performed and hosted events all over the country, from events for World Series champions to marrying VH1 reality stars, to hosting his own open mic in the Bronx at N9 Bistro. AD Scholar has also spent the last 16+ years as a fitness professional and personal development coach, and has spoken at Columbia University, Brown University, New Jersey City University, Union County College, Equinox, and many, many more critically acclaimed locations. Again, make some noise for Adrian A.D. O'Dot. All right, and last but not least, we have Chris Belmont. Chris Belmont is the founder of Ja Rockin' Productions, LLC, a collective of music producers, vocal producers, songwriters, engineers, and vocalists. He has decades of experience as a music producer, studio engineer, and artist development specialist. Now, he's worked with a few artists. Some you might know, maybe others you don't, but Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, Fabio Farn, and A Boogie with the hoodie, and many, many more. So please make some noise for Chris Belmont and the other 4 of our amazing judges that we have here tonight with us. All right, so again, while our judges are working hard, as always, we're not going to be reading the scores aloud. We're going to give everybody peace of mind and allow all of these amazing, incredible artists to just do their thing, again, peacefully, without worrying about the score and how they're, matching up against everybody. And remember, the points are not the point. The point is the poetry. It's the word. It's the pieces. It's the heart. So, again, the points don't matter. You know what I mean? The points do not matter at the end of the day. But I'm excited, and we're going to get started very, very shortly. Now, before we get started, we like to do something in the slam community where we have a sacrificial poet. And this essentially, it'll allow us to get the judges just accustomed to going through and figuring out how to actually rank and go through the scoring. Because I've been sitting there before. I am not jealous of y'all tonight. It is a tough seat to be in, and it's different. But before we get started, I'll just give you some background on the order also of how the artists are going to be performing. A random draw was done earlier tonight to decide the order. There's going to be 2 rounds in the slam, okay? 2 rounds. Round 1 is a 3-minute round where all poets will present 1 poem that is 3 minutes or less. Again, 1 poem that is 3 minutes or less. Round 2, all poets are going to do 1-minute pieces that are 1 minute or shorter, all right? The caveat here is that they're performing something that they did not perform in any of the preliminary stages, all right? So this is gonna be something that is brand new that nobody has heard before. Very excited. Y'all ready for a slam? Yeah. I don't know. Again, y'all ready for a slam? Yeah. Awesome. All right, so again, we're gonna kick it off with a sacrificial poet. Someone who is not in the slam, but they were able, right? They were able to come here tonight. They're incredible. Oh my God, I love them so much. I had the opportunity to listen to a poem recently, maybe like a month ago, and y'all are in for a real treat. But again, they're not in the slam. The judges are gonna get used to doing their thing tonight. And right now, it is my honor and my privilege to introduce the 2023 NYC Youth Poet Laureate and member of the 2022 Urban Word Slam team, Stephanie Pacheco.
Oh, this don't go no higher? This do go higher.
It does go higher. It's good for you.
Yeah, that's good. As I spoke to him calmly, my white professor tells me to not be so aggressive, as if he is doing me a favor in recommending obedience. And I swear, I blacked out. My body shook and contained a crashing wave of rage. It pulsed through my veins and shivered in my palms, but today I claim this anger. Let bursting frustration pulse through my veins and reject anyone who tells me to chill. I affirm I was born hot, flowing slowly through land like molten lava, searing holes in the flesh of whoever lays a hand on me the wrong way. I guess they have never seen the beauty that fire can sizzle into existence. I name this after every black girl who has been told to control their emotions, but would rather let something burn. I have been told to forgive more times than I've been apologized to. I've been prompted to swallow the sin of the plantation, as if sugarcane has ever lingered sweet on our tongues, as if this burden was liberated by their cotton gin. I've been prompted to swallow the sin of the plantation, but I know to do no such thing. I can't calm down. The only direction I know to go is up in flames. They must have forgotten that it is angry black women who know freedom best. So remind them that I am the first brick thrown at Stonewall. I am the rising fist of the Attica prison riots. I must sit in and a walk out. I am growling stomachs beneath the poverty line. I am the drink poured out and the balloon released in the air. Remind them that my ancestors never died. They have built shelter in my soul. They grew tails and gills on the ocean floor and birthed hurricane children. I was born ready to rain down on threats to my dignity. Remind them that I was made in God's image and she was bronze-skinned and woolly-haired. Remind them that she was killed on a burning cross and came back. I am resurrection. I am concrete walls and the return of the forgotten. Remind them that my kin have never sat quiet and easy or swallowed any sin. The only thing I know to do with plantations is set them on fire.
I don't even want to talk into this yet. Sheesh. Make some more noise for Stephanie Pacheco real quick. All right. Sheesh. All right, so while the judges are practicing tabulating their scores, right, I'm just going to give you guys a little more information about Stephanie's title. If you are an artist who is also a leader in your community, get your application ready for the NYC Youth Poet Laureate Program and Fellowship that is opening on August 28th. Again, if you are a leader in your community, get your application ready, all right? The winning NYC Youth Poet Laureate has the opportunity to apply to also become the regional and the national Youth Poet Laureate. Sound good to y'all? All right, a lot of y'all could probably do this right, man. Sheesh. All right, so how do you get ready? Some of you are probably wondering, how can I become a leader in my community, right? First thing you're going to want to do is volunteer. Begin by volunteering, doing some philanthropic work in your spaces, all right? What does that look like? You can help a teacher, right? You can tutor a fellow student, or you can volunteer with any local community centers. We have a lot of people in this room right now. Get your networking on if you're curious about what that can possibly look like. And also, and seemingly most importantly, get those poems ready so that you can sound like Stephanie with those poems, all right? Get the poems ready. For more information, visit urbanword.org/YPL. All right, judges, are y'all ready? Okay, all right. Sound like some nerves, but y'all look ready is what the point is. All right, so coming to the stage, we have Zariah Jones. Make some noise for Zariah Jones. And we also have Leave on Deck. Make some noise, y'all.
Hi. Oh. Yeah. That's fine. I hate the men that get defensive when you reject them. Why can't they just get the message? Because I sure wasn't too damn skinny just a minute ago. Look, I don't know much about anatomy, but I do know about the strategies used to factually act on me, a black woman to be. They neglected, deflected, and said I would amount to every other. And to that I say, are you dead ass? America wants me to be a weapon of mass destruction that the man is welding and people are corrupting. And I don't mean any people, because not all people are equal. Because if they were, I could concur this would not be the topic matter. Matter of fact, let me switch it to the time I was flattered by the sun that beamed on my melanin skin like it was no tomorrow in summer 22. The whole block was there, and if you lived in Queens, you were too. Then Mr. Softy come down the block and say, it's not $2 now, it's $3.50. And to that I say, are you dead ass?
I sit in this grass thinking about the ice cream I never bought when a boy comes up to me and says, you can no longer abort, so I ask him what he's talking about. Then he says, Roe versus Wade was overturned, so I stand up, get in his face, and tell him he needs to learn that I live in New York. My body is mine. Isn't that why I look so divine? So to that I say, he can't be dead ass. I call my friends, let's hop on a train and go to the mall. We head to 7th Boulevard and make a stop at the deli on the corner where you hear the music blasting and see a group of grown men all wearing blue. Of course, they're gangbangers saying we look beautiful, but I knew that too. So before we hop on the E right at Jamaica Center, I hop over the turnstile, rightfully so, because I'll be damned if I pay $2.25, yo. We run for the train, we made it. A group of train dancers walk in, and before I can even point them out, all you hear is, showtime, 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 it's showtime. They do a couple little tricks and then start waving their hats out. I feel bad I can't give them nothing until they start demanding something like, oh, hell no, y'all can't be dead ass. I'm getting off the train, then I trip and fall, almost bust my lip. I want to scream and cry, but I keep my mouth zipped because I need to keep my composure. I remember my tears don't mean nothing if they're not coming from a white woman, and that's on closure because it's over. We get to Queens Center Mall, finally, and I forgot to mention to my friends the real reason we were here. We were here because I had plans to say some inspirational things to a couple people, but I only said a few sentences. People don't take me seriously. They think I'm a joke. They think my demeanor is unpleasant because I say the things they don't want to hear. Well, I'd like to tell all of Queens right now that I'm dead ass. I'm as dead as when police brutality was killing my people. I'm as dead as when women's rights were stripped away, so I'll never be equal. Not to a black man, not to a white man, and sure as hell not to a white woman. So I keep on talking till my words leave an impact, and I'm dead ass.
Woo! Y'all feeling dead ass? Don't worry, this is not for me. Again, make some noise for Zariah Jones if y'all feeling dead ass. That was awesome. A little lower. I've never been this tall, so I'm sorry, but I'm not really sure. I tried to gauge it a little bit. Everybody looks like Shaq if they're taller than me. I got you. This is why we got the pros. All right, well, she's here. All right, well, welcome to the stage. We have Leave Jones. Make some noise, y'all.
When I was 7, my parents got me an American Girl doll book called A Smart Girl's Guide to Boys. I kept it by my bedside table as if the words would seep into my brain, turned it upside down as if new light would bring epiphany. It's been a while since I felt like an American girl. Once you learn a country's history, it's hard to put your hand on your heart, and it's not that I'm not a girl, I am. But girl always comes with boy, and boy meets girl, and girl meets boy, and the one thing that book taught me is that girl is nothing without boy. When I was 10, I fell in love with a boy named Jacob, because all the other girls liked Jacob. I cried when he got down on one knee in our middle school gymnasium and asked Sophia to the dance, but all I could think about was her pretty lipstick and dark brown hair, how perfect it would be if she got down on one knee and asked me. When I was 12, I cut off my long hair, traded my skirt for a flannel shirt, and forgot what I looked like. Remember, girl without boy is not girl, and if a girl doesn't mean a boy, she is never a woman. I ran out of words, and my head was tired, and my hair was gone, and I knew I hated flannels and loved the color pink. I lay on my bedroom floor, my head tilted towards the mirror, and I looked like someone I was told to be. A girl so tired of identity and fitting into the corners of my own skin that I would wage a war on the things I loved just to love. The truth is, I am an American girl. Even if it means redefining being an American, even if it means redefining being a girl, I clutch my city close to my chest, celebrate that we have come from everywhere and woven ourselves together into something new and beautiful, because what is more American than that? I sing, I dance, I live, I love, because maybe being a girl is whatever I want it to mean. My second grade teacher told me that freedom is the most American thing. And while that's never been true, I know freedom. It is dancing in the rain till my heart feels alive. It is making symphonies out of subway tracks and the gum beneath my feet. It is discovering that loving can feel like breathing. Girl meets girl and feels free.
Make some noise again, please, please, please. Make some noise for Leave Jones. All right, all right. Now, coming to the stage, we have another tall one. Haha, we have Zariah. Make some noise, y'all. Also, on deck, we have Jillian. On deck, please make some noise, y'all. Thank you.
All right. Yo.
Oh.
She was 6 when she learned how to play hopscotch. There's just something about the way she was certain with every step she knew that her feet would eventually land. Now she's 14. But instead of hopping over child-drawn chalk, she jumps over bodies that lie still. Unsure if her feet would land upright, unsure if she would end up just like them. A masterpiece on fire from the roots of her language to her brain still in shackles or engulfed in flames, wild. But reckless like the lights of cop cars that spill into the broken eyes of mothers with tired tears, wondering why their children are used as sacrifice to make the river more colorful. On the other side lies the names passed down like a trauma, too painful to say aloud and feels like splinters in the mouths of those who are behind the trigger. A gun barrel stocked with liberty and justice, a double-ended sword where our fate was sealed from birth. Her heart became the grip of a black boy to his mother, begging not to let go, clinging onto what's left of the innocence. Her mind became an instrument of destruction, speaking tales of insurrection with every deterioration. Her thoughts sprinting faster than the laws of time would allow, but can't make the difference of her bed and a coffin. At 14, she must learn how to turn sirens into a lullaby, to be baptized with the water that once filled our mouths, bracing for her story's impact on the concrete, smiling in every picture because she never knows if one day her feet will land. That the little girl that loved to play hopscotch would just be a concrete story.
Woo! Make some noise, y'all. Make some noise. Now, I do see a lot of y'all are taking photos. I think that's a photo or a video. I can't tell, sir, but yes, you. Yes, I like your jacket. But while you have your phones out, do not forget to go to Urban Word NYC on Instagram, all right? Hit the follow button. Hit the follow button and also tag Urban Word NYC in your videos. Also, as I've already announced a couple of things that are happening in the pipeline in August and towards this later in the spring and summer, Urban Word NYC on Instagram, that is the #1 source of truth for all of these things. So if you want more information, please go there. All right. Y'all feeling good so far? All right. I feel crazy walking past this mic again. All right. So on deck, we have the B. All right. On deck, we have the B. And coming to the stage right now, we have Jillian.
I am a game.
That's what those boys told me when I arrived. With the frenzy of new people, guys, new teachers, new grades, I was a zoo animal because everyone was looking, not bothering to conceal their gaze. It was those boys who stared, who cared, who touched and prodded and poked and talked, even and especially when I told them to stop. I heard a new language, new sounds, and so many new names just on the first day because everyone was fascinated with what was new. A new toy, new doll, or monster truck, all wrapped up in a new box. I hadn't been touched. They didn't know who or what I was, so they loitered. Watched me interact with whoever was around in my surroundings, because I wasn't real. An NPC, they could almost use joysticks to maneuver me. I had tabloids with my name written on the front. Who is this girl? Where is she from? But soon they got to know me, and the headlines became more personal. It depicted the length of my forehead, how I was different than them, how people wanted me because of the color of my skin, how I was so in because everyone wanted that girl. That is what those boys told me, not Jillian, not what's within. So I was trendy in my school, a place I was happy to be accepted into because of a safe, welcoming community. That is what I was told it was. But that's an oxymoron for what the school actually was, because when I stepped outside on that lush green grass is when those boys decided they had free reign. As zookeepers, the owner of the place, they could do whatever because I was just a game. They even got to rename me. Gringa, slut, and whore, and I got trademarked with bruises on my arms and legs. And if you look at me with an emotional x-ray, you will see it on my face. And I ran from those boys, being chased by rumors because they thought I was a consensual consumer of what they gave me. And I was, because I was scared of what they would do and what they would say to me. But that was the way they loved me, their abuses. Those boys acted like they had short fuses, and when I got blue too soon, they reacted as if my new action was absurd. They made me feel ridiculous and dramatic, as if my only asset was being a girl. My hair, my curved figure, how they were stronger. It's as if they wanted me to feel weaker. Those boys threw my body on the ground and my shoes in the air, while I was thinking back to the first day. The day where everyone kept their distance and noticed my difference, my shell, my skin, and ignored my substance. They took the distance and subtracted it, leaving me with a profound amount of sadness.
Absolutely. Make some noise. Continue making some noise for Jillian Sherry. That was a deep piece. On deck, we have Miles Hardingwood. And right now, coming to the stage, we have the Bee.
I want to write a love poem to my mother, but I do not like her. She sewed me, bursting at the seams, dressed me like a doll stuffed with all her dreams. Though she met a man of many colors and many others, it seems she was still expecting a white baby, hated that my eyes weren't buttons like I came out incorrectly. She'd wind me up and call me weak, but even in 3 languages, I never heard her speak, I love you. Her perfect baby doll stuck like voodoo, only useful as a punching bag through and through. I'd do anything to avoid her shouts. I didn't care. My hair was falling out. I didn't care. My skin was peeling off. I didn't care. My nails weren't growing back. I'd do anything to avoid her attacks. You never talk about what happens in my goddamn house! I never knew what abuse was. No child does when you take all the shouts as gospel. When growing up, love and pain were no different. I love you, Ma, but you will never meet my children. No child of mine will feel hurt like little me. Thank you, Ma, for teaching me exactly who not to be. There will be no sleeping on subway seats, going hungry with nothing to eat when my babies tell me who they are. Your words and fists will hit no baby ever again. This is the end. I love you, Ma. Even as I replay in my head, go kill yourself then, go kill yourself then, go kill yourself then, again and again and again. I love you. And I loved you when I took every pill, I took every pill, I took every pill, and when I wasn't killed, you blamed me still. I woke up 2 days later in the ER. Doctors asking like I knew, how are you alive? That should have been enough to kill 3 of you. Apparently, I had started turning blue and cold, and what did you do? You refused to call an ambulance. Rather I die than the world know your lies or the sickness from which I suffer that I still fucking love, my goddamn mother. I love you, Ma. Ma, maman, oh ma ima. I love you. Je t'aime, saranghe, anil hevatach. You created me, and what you don't see is that you actually made me perfectly. I know you hate this China doll, but I hope one day after it all you will love me. This is a love poem, Mama, from your baby. Unapologetically gay, trans, mixed, crazy. And I know you don't like it, but just signing off, I now go by B.
Wow. Amazing work. Continue to make some noise for the B, the B, the B. All right, now I have another announcement. This is something that is actually pretty near and dear to me as I performed in this before, but maybe you're slamming or maybe you're here just watching, but if you're curious and you're between the ages of 13 and 19, you are welcome to join us at First Draft, all right? First Draft. This event, First Draft, is where I first learned about Urban Word NYC, and I love it. I mean, I was telling the poets earlier, sometimes when I'm working on something, I'll go and I'll read it, something that my wife hasn't even heard, my family hasn't heard, and I just go and I give the piece to the poets who can kind of sort of just give me their sheer and honest critiques, and that's what the space is for. So again, between the ages of 13 and 19, if you're curious and you want to just share some stuff, go to First Draft. It's weekly. It's free. All right? It's a free space for teen poets, MCs, musicians, whatever your talent is, to share all of your creative work at all levels of performance, right? Beginners, pros, it does not matter. Everybody is welcome, and I guarantee it is a safe space for anything that you want to share, all right? Now, with special guest artists and alumni coming through to share their art and wisdom, it is also in full effect every Tuesday from 4:30 to 6:30 at the Gray Wellness Space near 14th Street in Union Square. To sign up, again, go to urbanword.org/programs or go to Instagram, go to urbanwordnyc, drop a DM, and ask and sign up. All right, now, on deck we have Amanda Murphy, and coming to the stage, please make some noise for Miles Hardingwood.
This Black History Month, I have seen too much sorrow, been reminded too many times of tragedy, seen too much black blood spilt in old grainy videos. It seemed like we've turned victims into figureheads. Since made mascots out of martyrs, since sacrificing and strolling down red carpets, I'm tired of treating tears and tragedy like they're all I have to remember. This Black History Month, I dream beyond the struggle. But I think you need an oracle to see that far past all the work we have left to do, so the best I could do was cobble these memories into something resembling a vision. But close your eyes. It looked like my father and his sister dancing to Parliament after Christmas dinner. Their father has spent months in a hospital just a few miles away, but their smile lines still deepen in the same place. Their eyes spent the morning crying. It sounded like stories. my great-grandmother's cooking, a fable retold so many times I can practically taste her fried chicken. If I did, I think it would taste like the last hug my grandmother ever gave me. It was hard for her to walk, but she still squeezed me tight enough that I'll never feel her let me go. It smelled like my aunt's perfume. Always reminding me of relatives I've never seen, family trees she's learned to recite from memory. It sounded like my great-aunt's laughter, crackling through her vocal cords like sandpaper. It makes you wonder how the harshest sounds are also the most beautiful. 3 generations of mothers, daughters, and sisters reminding me that black love is both the unstoppable force and the immovable object. It will reach you wherever you go, and it will never stop letting you know you're home. We have weathered so much pain that we have learned to call it beautiful. From my great uncle, forced to flee the South as a boy after accidentally running into a white man on his bicycle, we have learned that home is not a place in space, but just a place where you can keep your family safe. From my cousins, I have learned laughter. From my grandmother, I have learned love. I have my uncle's heart, my aunt's soul, my uncle's voice, my aunt's grin, and I'm told I have my father's voice. So understand that it's not just me speaking to you today, but my entire family chanting through my lips, ain't we black? Ain't we history? Ain't we beautiful? Ain't we excellence? Ain't we heritage, ancestry? Ain't we the future? Ain't we tomorrow? Ain't we the product of everything that's tried to keep us down and failed? Ain't we the beauty in the struggle, the joy in the hardship, the fire that burns through generations? Ain't that black history? And ain't it beautiful?
Let me grab this note real quick. Ain't it beautiful? Please continue to make some noise for Miles Harding-Wood. Now on deck we have Hillary King, and coming to the stage right now, please make some noise for Amanda Murphy. I'm gonna figure this mic out, I promise y'all. We're gonna get this one.
Yeah.
Make some noise for Amanda Murphy, y'all.
The walls of my living room hold memories of my childhood. I stare into the eyes of old photos like paintings unrecognizable, and you tell me that they were me back when my love was still desirable. And then you think out loud, what happened to that little girl? Why'd she leave me stuck here with you? I say maybe when she had to parent a 40-year-old child, AKA you. You say you made her with care, stitched her up, and wonder why she wasn't salvageable. But what I wonder is why in a family of matches, you made every part of her flammable. What happened to my sweet girl, but being bitter is safer since you're a cannibal? You teach her never to bare her teeth, but then you treat her like an animal. What happened to my happy girl? Looks like you fed off her laughter. Looks like you stole her dreams from her pillow, then took her teeth from under it after. You tell her to trick or treat in only the houses that you deem safe, but then you stuff your candy love with empty promises and razor blades. What happened to my little girl who never wanted to talk back? She always wanted to, but you skinned her and hung her lips to rot on a rack. What happened to my pretty girl? Why is there a peasant in her room? What happened to my princess? Is this just some witch that she knew? You stare at me disheveled in what you call a demonic macho swirl. You stare at me and you think back of how you always wanted a girl, but just because I cover up with a clam doesn't mean I'm not still a girl. What happened to my little girl? You beg pity and you say that all I wanted was you, but those lies left my mind with each and every baby tooth. You ignored her pleas when she was screaming, all I wanted was you. You abandoned her in a forest, but you can't tame me. You burned her, but you can't use your anger to sedate me. She left with punched walls and broken dolls and has been acting different lately. I claw at your front door. You say, you listen to me, but you can't make me anymore. I know my worth. I'm no longer half off submission at a store. I took sex ed, and now I wonder what you hated, me or condoms more. They say drunk words are sober thoughts, but I can't live in your intoxications. Living like that is like getting a heart transplant the size of a raisin. Oh, shoot. We share angry looks with fuck yous, and I can't forgive you for what you did, but that doesn't mean I still don't miss you. Your name will just be a myth to my kids. I wonder if I was still that little girl, would you feel sorry? Like a wolf preys on deer, if I was her, would you pretend you never saw me? Would you let go of the grasp you had on her and take care of the time you had left? If she was choking, would you say I love you with each and every heart compress? Would you stop time to loosen the grip the clock hands had around her on her neck? What happened to the parents that loved me? Guess they disappeared too. What happened to that little girl who with your knuckles was stained red? What happened to that little girl? It doesn't matter, bitch, she's dead. But while I'm still fucking here, try getting this through your head. I'll never be that little girl again. Try loving me instead.
Make some noise for Amanda Murphy, y'all. I figured it out. This is what I was practicing backstage. I figured it out. Now, on deck we have Ariane, and coming to the stage right now we have Hillary King.
Dear Black woman, your voluptuous cookie-cutter frame never fails to capture the eyes of hungry beasts lurking in the shadows, who sees nothing more than just a piece of ass bouncing along the sidewalk. They see your skin as chocolates, ones they could take bites of. And your body is nothing more than a bullseye they could take a few shots over. They don't know. They only know what they see, and that's... And and that's just a vulnerable woman walking, and that's just a vulnerable woman who's willing to let a brother holler at them for a minute. Wolves don't like it when sheeps overpower their predator, which is why sweet talk turns into lines of insults. They feel threatened by the curvaceous body of a woman who knows when to stand up and rise up and fight as if she's a lioness in the jungle. Her curves, her love handles are not an invitation to declaration of dominance. Dominance. That's just a sugar-coated way of saying toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity. It's such a question that rings on the mind of every Black girl's mind as they walk home from school every day, as that one neighbor stops them. Hey, pretty thing, do you want a candy? No. I don't want candy from a gross man who only looking at these and not my eyes and not the beauty that covers me. I am more than chocolate. I am a hard-cut diamond from God's tears. but they don't care. Everyone knows that a hungry wolf leaves nothing but decaying remains. Another body to your body count, and not the one that lies in your bed, but on the trail but on the streets of every block. If only I knew this beforehand. As I grew up living in New York, a 13-year-old girl who just started puberty, nothing hurts more than being looked at as not a girl, but a woman. I am not Britney Spears. I am a girl, not yet a woman, a young woman. A young woman who demands respect because I am a part of a generation of strong, independent Black women who went through generations of scars without reparations whatsoever. Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn about Black women when all they are known for being loud? But that's what we are, loud and proud. How dare you try to silence us now? I am a girl. I'd rather be looked at as a girl than a woman. I do not have breasts, and I do not have an ass that is made for you to grab. A body is my choice. Roe versus Wade may be overturned, but it's still my body, my choice. Shooting your shot is such a deadly game because only one leaves out alive. And why is it that the one who is supposed to be protected, loved, and treated with the utmost respect as if I'm a divine goddess carved by the chocolate frame that God blessed me with? Why should I have to be the one who pays the price just for saying no? 2 letters that means no. I am not your piece of ass that you are meant to grab. I am a divine grape. I am picked. I am not right for you. I am right for the beauty. The sun blessed me with this beauty, this space. I want to bloom like a flower on a tree. And that's why shooting your shot is so deadly. Because if only shooting your shot just stayed at a saying for go for it and not right through you. Thank you.
Make some noise for Hillary King. Fun fact, did y'all know, I don't know if y'all know this because I just found this out about 30 seconds ago, but did you know that Urban Word is the founder of the National Youth Poet Laureate Program? Make some noise for that. Yes, the inaugural poet Amanda Gorman first received the title from us in 2017. And through your support since then, Urban Word has expanded our National Youth Poet Laureate Program into over 60 cities across the country. We've launched a brand new state Youth Poet Laureate title and are now partnering with organizations across the globe. That's right, we've gone international. We are partnering with organizations across the globe. Do y'all know how ridiculous that is? That is incredible. Congratulations, y'all. Now, we're going to be announcing the next U.S. National Youth Poet Laureate on April 28th. At the end of this month, we will have our next U.S. National Youth Poet Laureate. Again, your support makes all of this happen. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, coming to the stage, we have Ariane.
Growing up young and black, they want me to fail, want me to deal crack, gunshots in my hood, mom yelling, Ari, get back. Stereotypes overwhelming me while I'm trying to discover my path, and I'm praying I can overcome this injustice. Guided by my ancestors who desegregated the buses, if it's actually liberty for all Americans, issues need to be confronted. We need to speak now and not just put it off as something that can be saved for a later date or for a later time, because time is of the essence. And I'm trying to get mine. You can't say you're free if you haven't liberated your mind. I don't believe in revenge, because an eye for an eye makes this whole world blind. But it seems We've been blind for a minute. This American dream is truly a dream if only some people get to wake up and live it. But is it really a dream if this dream has limits? Is it really a dream if this dream is explicit to those who don't look like me? Am I only gonna get a job if I learn how to speak whitely, or if I act for Tyler Perry or Spike Lee, or playing in the NBA? You see how they stereotype me? They take one look at me, think they got me all figured out, because of the way I walk and the way these words may come out of my mouth, or the way I'll buy the new Jordans whenever they come out, no matter the amounts. I do it in tribute because my ancestors weren't allowed to express themselves in the ways they would have wanted, and if they did, who knows how the oppressor would have responded? Maybe leave them hanging on a tree with their bloody necks bonded in their spirit, forever haunted. Is that the American dream? That only some of my people get to be free? Others are black bodies hanging from the poplar trees, strange fruit, but not bananas and strawberries. I'm talking about this rotted blackness that lives between you and me. If that's the American dream, I choose to stay awake and not fall asleep. Because just like back in 1698, when my people, they would take in the closeness of the ships and the heat and the climate and the women that got raped and the children that got caged and the blood that was stained, it all makes sense now. The way my people, we act in self-defense now. Or is it defense of pride? He gets charged with 50 years, but since he's white, he's serving 5. Not much to my surprise, because this American dream we all have is just a nightmare in disguise. Thank you.
Yo, give it up one more time. Give it up one more time for our slammers. So, have you been enjoying yourself? All right, this is the first half of, you just got to see the first half of this slam. And I'm blown away, right? I can't believe there's another half, right? But I'm here really just to kind of, I'm my mother's child, so I like to tell stories. My name is Chanel Gable. I'm the executive director of Urban Word. And this is our first full-on, we got to actually plan and be intentional about this. This is our first full-on event since the pandemic. And I just want to say thank you to all of you for being here. And one thing, I want to bring a story into this space. Like I said, I'm my mother's child, and she loved to tell a story. So during the pandemic, I think they said that some organizations learned who they are. And I feel like Urban Word, we really learned who we are in the communities that we serve. We hosted an open mic virtually at a school out in Brooklyn. And there was the one thing they said was that was the night that the most students joined in. Remember, virtually, a lot of young people were not coming online, were not joining in. And the teacher called me to tell me that 2 poets that performed, Jennifer Falou and Gabriel Ramirez, they performed, and they asked the students if they wanted to share something, and a student said, "I'd like to share something. It's not a poem, but I just want to talk." And they said, "Okay." And he turned his Zoom camera on and he said, "You know, Gabriel, I really loved your poem about your grandfather who passed away because I just lost my father." And the teacher said no one knew. No one had any idea that young man was dealing with that. And they gave him wraparound support and all of this. And the teacher just wanted to say, and I think about the work that we do here. And I think about how poetry can really transform the lives of young people and people that we engage with in the community. And so with that said, one thing that we pride ourselves on is making our events free for young people, but we can't do that without your support. The work that we do really means so much to us, so much to me. And I just want to say, if you are out there, sometimes Broadway plays cost up to $100, and you are getting the best of the best here in this space. So if you could take a moment out, please text Urban Word to 44321. Make a donation, any donation. Consider making a one-time donation. Consider making a sustaining donation, meaning add up what it costs to get a Starbucks and a Impossible breakfast sandwich. Add up what that costs each day, and maybe you donate that each month. Maybe you do $25 a week, which is $100 a month. By the end of the day, you've supported a program. You supported a fellowship, you supported a young person, you supported the expansion of the programs that we are doing. So with that, I say, please take a moment, feel free to consider that. And also, if you are interested in learning more about how to support the org in other ways, please reach out to myself, or you can go on, you can email info@urbanwordnyc.org. But I just want to say thank you so much to all of you being here. It means so much to see so many faces here. This is the 24th anniversary. Next year is 25th. That is a quarter of a century of doing this work. And so we do want you to stay here. Please keep in touch. Please stay here. But thank you so much. I'm going to get out the way because we got some amazing poets. Y'all ready to hear the rest of the poets? All right, so now I'm going to pass the mic right back to our host. Please show some love to Elliot Bless.
Thank you, thank you. Now, as Chanel said, I've been blown away. I've hosted many youth poet competitions, and seriously, no bias, this has been by far some of the most incredible work I've heard in my entire life. So please make some noise for our talent. And as an artist myself, I'm gonna go home and write. I mean, I have to prep for my daughter's second birthday party, but I'm gonna write because y'all have absolutely inspired me. On deck, we have Leave Parsons. And coming to the stage right now, we have Zariah Jones.
Damn, I'm not this tall? It's all right. Fuck I look like, says Kai Davis. Fuck I look like as a black girl not advocating for herself. Fuck I look like letting you say all lives matter. That's a protest to my protest, and that's just how it feels. Screaming all lives matter to my black lives matter, but my ancestors was in the fields. You screaming nigga this and nigga that, but everybody get offended when a nigga mad. Nigga. When we say nigga, that's how we see each other. But when we say nigga, that's how we greet each other. But when you say nigga, that's how you see the others. I mean, yeah, I'm not affected by it physically, but that don't mean I'm not affected by the history. I forgot. Okay. When you say nigga, that's how you see the others. You don't even think of the deeper meaning of it. I mean, yeah, I'm not affected by it physically, but that don't mean I'm not affected by the history. Now, I know what it means to know the mystery of what these people see in me. Fuck I look like. You got me fucked up is what I look like. I'm too tough is what I look like. So next time you say ALM, don't get shook, all right?
Yeah, what I look like. Make some noise for Zariah Jones. Now, on deck, we have Shania Allison, and coming to the stage right now, please make some noise for Leave Parsons.
My church's Black Lives Matter sign was slashed again yesterday. We keep putting up new ones, but we can't buy 365 signs. My mom says that's how we know it's a neighbor. I didn't know what to say to that, just thought of the knife and the person behind it. My church's pride flag still has bullet holes in it. The glass case is harder to replace. I stare at it and imagine it's me and there's someone who would like to shoot. My neighbor is standing there and would like to shoot. But my neighbor walks their dog. My neighbor is bringing fresh cookies home to their kids. My neighbor waves at me as I walk past. In my head, they are just a shadow, but in my head, they are every single person I walk by on the street. In my mind's eye, I see the gun cocked, the knife ready. My neighbor is standing there and would like to shoot.
Make some noise again for Leave Parsons. That was deep. On deck, we have Jillian Cheery, and coming to the stage right now, we have Shania Allison. Make some noise.
Hold on, guys. I gotta turn up the brightness because it's like, you know. All right. My skin burns. The gasoline that fills my brain leaks through the silent nerves that bleed outward in a hue brighter than the sun. Itching with the Monday smell of cigarette smoke and the leaky pipes that even mama's hope couldn't dry. When you've been on fire for so long, you start to forget what freedom feels like. You're in the passenger seat watching everything blow up before your eyes. How poetic is that? Leaving an empty notebook behind with unanswered prayers in the margins, your cries become foreign, and your body becomes numb until there's nothing you can do but burn in the silence.
How poetic was that? How poetic was that? Make some noise again for Shania Allison. Now, on deck we have the B. And coming to the stage right now, Jillian Cheery.
Okay, this is my take on the 1 minute time limit we were given for the poem. So, okay. 1 minute is way too little time. It's too short. I'm trying to build a fort out of words and visuals to make it indestructible, personal but relatable. To describe an experience, a bird's eye view, I want to zoom in so close because I want to see what is really true. 1 minute. It's like I'm being forced into a corner. I'm tied to finding the best and brightest idea. Patterns and rhythms fight for a place in my head, wanting to take up all the space in my freshly made metaphorical bed. But they create a garden of not needed, which I look through to find the perfect word in the thesaurus. But that's the beauty of it. 1 minute. I find what I really want to write, the right idea. I can sort through what's bad and what's worse to see if complexity rings sweet or if simple is sweeter. So maybe 1 minute is the perfect amount of time.
The perfect amount of time. Make some noise for less than 1 minute for Jillian Cheery. All right, now this is what I like. I don't know if y'all noticed, but Urban Word got bars. Urban Word is gonna be launching a special partnership with Hershey's. Hershey's, y'all, the chocolate with Hershey's, right? The chocolate company with Hershey's this June for Black Music Month. Now, almost Black History, but every month is Black History Month. But for Black Music Month, we're gonna be launching Got Bars, all right? One of our judges, Chris Belmont, is a mentor at Urban Word who is relaunching Got Bars. Urban Word's studio recording workshop that also offers the opportunity to learn about careers in the music industry. Now, a lot of people know about artists, A&Rs, managers. There are thousands of other jobs from marketing departments to radio placements, etc. in the music industry. So if you're curious about that, please check it out. There are limited spots available, right? To guarantee a spot, visit urbanword.org/programs to sign up. And back to the poetry, all right? On deck, we have Miles Hardingwood, and coming to the stage right now for a second time, we have the B.
I always loved Spock from Star Trek because he's mixed like me. This half man, half alien. If I squint, I can pretend he looks a little bit like my family, representing us quietly. He also blinks as I blink, thinks as I think. He was real different like me, clearly autistic, and maybe that means that I too could be born in 2230 and it wouldn't be so hard to function, like normal people wouldn't stare because I'm just half Vulcan. Out there, maybe there would be couples of different colors like mine, like my father's and mother's, and they could kiss openly without someone leaving our tires punctured because spaceships fly freely. Space apparently means enough room to live and love truthfully. I always loved Spock. He was the first and only comparison to an alien that ever felt complimentary to me. And still, what can I say? I'm out of this world. I am strange, but in a live long and prosper Vulcan kind of way.
Make some out-of-the-world noise for the B. Now, on deck, we have Amanda Murphy, and coming to the stage right now for a second time, please make some noise for Miles Hardingwood.
Chief, they say a funeral is not a place to grieve the loss, but a place to celebrate the life. I think it's the place where unsaid sentences become prayers, so I bow my head. What would I say? I'd say you passed on New Year's Day because you wanted to leave the world with the hope that only comes from new beginnings. I'd say one of my first memories is your embrace. Do you know what it's like to hold the thing your son created in your weathered palms? I say, Dad, I know what it's like to have a father who was a father figure to so many. It seems like being a role model runs in our blood. We know what a generational curse looks like. I think this is a generational blessing. I'd say you lived across the country. I didn't see you often, but still, I have inherited so much more than your DNA. You taught my father, who taught me not just how to love comic books, but how to be a hero. Taught us that stories can move mountains just by lifting a face into a smile. I'd say, Chief, I am more than your grandson. I am the heir to a legacy of leaders. I only hope that I can make you proud.
Making us proud, Miles. Make some noise for Miles Hardingwood. All right, now, on deck, we have Hillary King. And coming to the stage right now, we have Amanda Murphy. Make some noise, y'all.
Okay. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. This is my first confession in 6 years. I've tried to reach out, Father. Through morning prayer, I was commanded to partake in. I take your body under my tongue, but with my mouth of hatred, maybe it becomes unholy. I drown in your blood, but you have forgotten me, Father, and I have forgotten myself. I wonder if the apple Eve ate just happened to be Pink Lady, because ever since I was little, Macintosh just never seemed to be as tasty. I walk through the aisles of your holy home, holding my heart in my hand. Holy women, homophobic, call me a hoary heathen, only Satan would understand. I breathe in their snickers, and suddenly my invisible horns begin to glow brighter. They begin to grow thicker. I was born with a trident. It was attached, stuck, burned into my hand. Still, they'd rather rip all my skin out before they even try to understand. They say you can fix me, but there's nothing wrong with the way I am. Yes, there was fire in my cradle, but only to turn coal into what are my golden hands. Hands of love, hands of compassion, hands I'll no longer use at their discretion. So forgive me, Father, for I am sin, and this is my last confession.
Make some noise for Amanda Murphy, y'all. The youth. Now, on deck, we have our final performer, Ariane. And coming to the stage right now, we have Hillary King.
Now, I hope y'all know this song, because I did not stress out about this minute poem for y'all not to know the reference. But okay, here we go. Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take those broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, Blackbird, you were doing nothing but overcoming mountains from the day you gained your wings. You waited for the moment to arise, for the day you get to sing. But yet life had other plans. You was just the victim who got caught in their quicksand. Blackbird, take those wings and please learn to see that you are beautiful despite being bedridden to that tree. Blackbird, the motion of life will always be bumpy. It's cruel to those who have it tough and even to those who has it lucky. Don't let those flanges affect your ability to take flight. Just know that I'm here and I will always be by your side. Blackbird, at last those wings are beginning to dull in color. I wish the hope gained your confidence to shine like no other. But until then, all I can sing, you are waiting for the moment to arise and for the day you get to be free. Thank you.
Make some noise for Hillary King. Absolutely. Now I just want to take a moment before Ariane comes out to Ariane. I have pronounced this name 15 different ways, and I apologize every single time. Ariane. So, final program, ask and donate. I did it again. Ariane. Ari. Thank you. Ariane. Listen. Ari? I'm sorry. I'm half Puerto Rican. Spanish was my first language. I've struggled a lot, but thank you guys for bearing with me now. I know I've announced a lot of programs and you might have missed one, but please take a moment to scan the QR code right now. To learn more about everything that I've been sharing. Also, consider making a donation to Urban Word. Your support tonight ensures that programs like Journal to Journey, Got Bars, and our Summer Institute continue to connect adult artists with teen poets to expand their writing and explore new career paths. Now, since I've done a terrible job pronouncing this name, if y'all can please introduce our final performer of the evening. There you go.
Can I cry? Since I'm a man, usually my feelings are compromised, internalized. They can never be materialized because nobody seems to realize I got feelings too. Why can't some days I just let my emotions run free? Why do I have to be stuck in my own thoughts? Why does nobody ever listen to me? Why do I have to stay strong, and if I show my feelings, I look weak and I'm not masculine, and people think I should go to talk to someone professionally, but we all know black people don't go to therapy. Expected to keep it all inside. And when I vent to someone over text, it seems they forget to reply. That's why I try not to forget my pride. All these things that I've been through, I try not to get into, but in simple words, I used to go to school in Bed-Stuy. I would see it on the news or on YouTube with many views that a kid that looked like me died, so sometimes I just sigh. I do it to imply that I'm telling my feelings goodbye because we all know society tells me as a man, I can't cry. Thank you.
Make some noise, make some noise. Y'all want to say his name one more time? Ari, make some noise for Ari. I want to thank y'all for coming out tonight. I believe the judges are going to take some time to deliberate and figure out who the winner is. But before I get out of here, I'm going to do a piece. Again, I've been so inspired by y'all. And I'm going to do, all right. I'm going to do a piece that is inspired by my grandmother, my Puerto Rican grandmother, who is no longer here, who is one of the reasons why I started to write and pursue music and poetry in general. My grandma came and visited my dream last night. I told her life has changed since she left, but I'm all right. She told me that she knows and that my future looks bright. And then she said, you got a daughter on the way, well, am I right? Right then she went with a smile and hit my chest with a brick that fell from a pile. I swear it traveled farther than a mile. I wish that I could one day introduce her to my child. If only heaven had a number I could pick right up and dial. I'd stay on that phone for hours. We wouldn't even need FaceTime. I could tell just by your voice how much you'd shine. I wish that I had told you about my love for beats and rhymes. I was afraid you wouldn't get it. Now I cherish every line. You had a love for singing that I found out when I wrote your obit. Miss you so much, I told our family, tell me all, don't omit. You boiled aloe when my asthma tried to give me a fit. And now you're breathing life into me when I take any hits. I know you're happy, and truly that's all that matters the most. I know that you and Andrea are close. I miss those project walks and your farina with the toast. I'm talking things you probably didn't think I viewed as grandiose. Life's chock full of surprises with no shortage of some untimely demises. Just stay with me until the sun rises. With you, there's no disguises. I just want to hold your hand as you rest. I promise I'm going to write you more to get some stuff off my chest. I love you. Thank you.
Did y'all enjoy the night? If you enjoyed the night, say yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna invite all of the poets to come to the stage. All of the poets that you've heard all night that have been sharing their whole story, their stories, their voices, everything with you. Stop. This is how I know I'm in New York. First we had them like, now they like, why, baby? So with that said, everyone, I want you just to really, really take a look at these amazing, amazing, amazing artists that are here. So as our judges finishing tallying up the scores, just want to say this, you all, it has been a blessing to see the way that some of you, I can say personally, I've seen you grow personally. And those of you from the first poem that you shared to the ones you shared today, I mean, you all blew us out of the water. And I want you to say, and I say this all the time, the whole purpose of us doing this slam is to get you in community. We are just tricking you to giving us your email and your phone number so we can find you and put you in all of these other opportunities that we have. So we ask that you make sure, and regardless, whatever the outcome is, that you stay in community with the organization, that you continue to bother us. You have our email. I know you have Ebony's. You got all our emails. Y'all can find us, okay? And hold us to that. And all of the young people, I just want to say thank you so much to our judges for doing this hard work. Dr. Malcolm, Christina, AD, Chris, Anubis, I'm trying to, which name I'm gonna call you. I wanna say a special thank you to all of Urban Word staff, wherever you are, please wave your hand real quick. We got one backstage. Drew's backstage. Thank you so much to our staff. Thank you so much to our board of directors that are present. Thank you so much for continuing to support us and believe in us. And with that said, I love that. I love that. That was just beautiful joy. With that, I'm going to announce, in no particular order, the 5 individuals that will be on the Urban Word NYC Slam team will be joining a legacy of young people who have taken these words outside of just New York City and shared New York stories with other people all over the country. So we have Amanda. Round of applause to Ari. Another round of applause for Miles. And a round of applause for Zariah. Last but certainly not least, give another round of applause for the Bee. Give a round of applause, DJ Cuddles on the 1s and 2s. You all, thank you so much for being here. Everybody, please stay here because we're going to take a picture with everybody. Music up. Thank you so much. Urban World loves you. Peace. I'm gonna need a picture with the judges too. I want y'all up here too, real quick, please. And Urban Word staff, y'all too. It's right in the middle there. Oh, I was saying.